Hello, in this video we are going to cover the different button types that Bootstrap offers. It provides various buttons with loads of CSS styling applied to it, and they look really cool, and they actually work really well, and you'll probably use these a lot. So to use a button, it's really simple. You just do button tag. This button tag is just built into HTML, but it's the classes that you add which really makes it stand out. So I'm going to put button and then put class. It's two classes, btn, which is for button, then btn dash the type of style you want. There are 6 pre-defined styles, so I'm just going to put primary first. Put primary, save that. Now if I just refresh, see, we've got a button right here. Obviously it doesn't do anything, you would need to code that in, maybe using JavaScript, Ajax, or add in some sort of on-click method. Just gonna copy and paste. Actually, you know what? I'm going to increase it so it hits the extra large screen size, so it's on a separate line. Also going to do is add a new line so there's a bit of a gap. It's just so it looks a lot better. So I'm going to copy and paste this, so there are 6 instances of these, and show you all the different styles. So the secondary, there is success, so pretty much a button for whatever part of your website you're putting a button on. So wherever it's like a danger button, some sort of warning, or you're about to complete something, you could have the success button, or some sort of continue, danger, and you'll see the different styles in a second. The final one is link. Save that bad boy, refresh the browser. We got our 6 different buttons. So we got primary, secondary, success, one, danger, and link. Link has no background to it at all. So those are the different button styles. At the moment we've just used the button tag. It is created mainly for the button tag, but you could, for example, use a ahref tag, and I'm just gonna put .sonarsystems.co.uk, and obviously just do role button. We need a class, and for this we're going to put btn, and I'm going to put btn primary. Doesn't really matter what we put in here. I'm just going to put button ahref. Save that, and there you go. Ooh, that didn't quite work the way we wanted it. Let's have a look what went wrong. Oh, didn't put a dash, just put a separate tag. Refresh. There we go. We got our button ahref as well. Obviously it's taken us to our website. So if we just go back, though this works with stuff like anchor tags, input tags as well, because sometimes you'll want to use them instead of the button tag, the styling may look a little different depending on what browser you're on. So if you can use the button tag, primarily use that one. Beyond the basic styling, you can also do outline styling. So do that. You just get any of your buttons. I'm going to get all of them, and I'm actually going to do a break line just so it separates the code out, and I mean visually out I should say. And instead of putting btn-primary, you put btn-primary-outline, and I think you guessed, if you want to outline button for secondary, you do the same for success, warning, danger, and link. So if we go and refresh our browser, actually I'm going to add 2 of these. Refresh. There we go. We got our outline buttons, and I think they look really good as well. So depending on what style website you're looking for, okay, I'll put an R there. Oh, got rid of the R from there, so the styling didn't get applied. So if we refresh, we got primary, secondary, success, warning, danger, and link. So that's how you use the outline buttons. You can also set the size of the buttons. At the moment they have a default size. Obviously you can add some CSS, change the width and the height, but there's some default classes for sizes, and for that I'm just going to choose, it's going to get these two right here, and I'm going to change this to large, change this to small, and for this it doesn't really matter whether you have outline or not outline, so I'm going to get rid of this so you can just see that it doesn't matter. To change the size you put BTN-LG for large, and I think you guessed it, BTN-SM for small. So if we just refresh our browser, there you go, we have our two buttons. We have a large and we have a small button right here. So it's really that simple to use them like so. There are a bunch of other sizes, well actually not a bunch, there's one other size which is the block size, and I'll just demonstrate that. I'm also going to add break line, two of them actually. So instead of BTN-SM or -LG, you put BTN-block. I'm going to call this block, refresh, and as you see it spans the entire width of its parent element. But there's no reason why you can't combine it with the BTN-small and BTN-large. You just put BTN-SM. If you omit BTN-size, whether it's small or large, you'll just default to the default size. So there you go, it's a lot smaller, and obviously if you were to put LG as well, it's a lot larger. So beyond that, we can have a look at the active states. So first of all, as usual, let's just copy and paste this break line, and what we're going to do, copy and paste this. See what we got. We got secondary, BTN block, BTN. I want to get rid of block, but you can use it with block. I'm just going to keep the button small, that's all. And I'm going to put primary. I'm going to call this active. Save this. At the moment it's not active. I'm just going to show you what we're trying to get. When I click it, it goes onto an active state, and you can have that by default. So all you have to do is put active as a class. All of this is built in, which I love about Bootstrap. You don't have to start coding any CSS. Refresh, and it's got the active state by default. It's really that simple. There's also a disabled state, so if we just copy and paste this, put disabled, actually it should be a lowercase d, disabled, save this bad boy. Actually no, it's not meant to be like that. It's meant to have a element attribute, just empty, don't add anything to it, just put disabled. Refresh, scroll down, our button is now disabled, and when we hover over it, it shows this little cross icon saying you can't use it. If however you're actually using a ahref like this, you can't make it disabled by putting an attribute. You have to add a class called disabled. So you put disabled, refresh, and there we go. The ahref tag is also now disabled. So that's how to use buttons within Bootstrap. It's quite a lot to take in, so there'll be a link in the description to all of this source code, so check that out. If you have any questions, feel free to post them on sonarlearning.co.uk/question.php. There'll be a link in the description to that as well. please rate, comment and subscribe, as it does really help keep the content free. Plus also by doing that, it helps grow the channel, and inevitably we can provide more content on a regular basis. And as usual, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.